guys, it's the next morning. Hi guys, welcome to my house renovation series. We were gonna start painting tonight. Kieran's been emptying the dishwasher, grabbed the knife by the wrong end, it slipped and it's cut all of his hand open and it's like gushing with blood. He's just ringing his mum, but I think we're gonna have to go to A&E. Like, I genuinely think it's gone through in pain.
Mum, do I need to go to hospital for that?
It's not funny.
Caught myself a chopping knife. It just keeps pressure.
It's day one of the Pantry transformation. We ended up picking our paint. We're definitely going with the soft truffle. I know a lot of people said it might be too dark or green would look better or maybe something lighter. I feel like dark can sometimes look atmospheric and moody, and it's gonna have shelving. We've got a light in here anyway. We're gonna go with this colour. I really like this colour. It was my favourite out of the swatches that we did. I am still gonna use the green because I know a lot of people liked the green colour. That's gonna go upstairs in the boiler cupboard where we've currently got all of our clothes hung. We're gonna do this wall because we've already mist coated that wall. We haven't mist coated any other wall, so we're just going to do the walls that we've already mist coated. I'm going to put one of these protective sheets down so then it doesn't get all over the brand new flooring.
I like that colour.
Yeah, it's nice, isn't it? It's just like a nice neutral. It's not that different to the shade of the plaster.
No, it's not.
I'm hoping that this will only need like one coat. I remember when we did the white paint, it took like 7 coats, but that's because it was white and it was a mist coat. It's looking really, really good. It looks grey on camera, but I literally swear that it's not. It is not picking up what the actual colour is. The only thing is, when I'm putting the paint on, it's kind of pointing out imperfections in the plaster. But I guess it doesn't really matter because it's in the back of a cupboard. We're going to have shelving, but there are just certain bits that maybe might need a little bit of a sand and some bits that might need filling. Like there's just imperfections. It's not terrible. I'm in my dirty painting clothes as well, even though it looks like I'm getting ready to go to Hawaii or something. I think because it's dark right now, like it's dark outside, it's really difficult to show what the colour actually looks like. I'll show you in the morning when it's all dry. I'll come back down in the morning and we can finish it. So to do the shelving, I'm going to do MDF shelving. I'm not going to get actual wooden shelving, just to cut costs and make things easier. And I'm going to paint the shelving the same colour as the walls, so it all kind of blends in, or maybe like a shade lighter. I haven't quite decided yet. We're going to get wooden battens, stick them to the wall. I'll put kind of an example of what we're going to do. We're going to build the frame with the wooden battens using screws and plugs. Then we're going to get MDF sheets, put them top and bottom, and that's going to be our shelf. And I'm hoping that that should hold like heavy. It's not going to be heavy, but it's going to be things like pasta, flour, quite a lot of containers. I'm hoping that that will withstand the weight of that. Unlike the other shelf that fell down, but to be fair, we didn't use a nail to screw that in. We used some kind of adhesive. Yeah, we used adhesive in one of the adhesive guns, which clearly was not the best idea. Another thing that I'm debating, and you might call me crazy for this, do I paint the architraves the same colour as the walls or white? I'm just going to test it out now. Obviously we will be sanding them anyway. See, I think that looks really good. Obviously we're going to be taking it off anyway. I need to heat gun it off, scrape all the old paint off, sand it, and then we can repaint. But I'm thinking instead of doing it white, we can colour drench the arcs, the room and the skirting boards and the ceiling in this colour, and then have the shelving. I think that will look good. Kieran is sat upstairs with his hand wrapped in a towel because it's bleeding. You might think I'm being really mean, but I've had a little look at the cut and it's tiny, guys. He was sat there, he's coming home, he was sat there saying, I need to go to A&E and get stitches. It's tiny. Is it still bleeding?
No.
No.
Definitely I can go do cardio at the gym.
Yeah, probably, but just check that it has stopped bleeding, because if you start doing cardio and it raises your blood pressure and you've cut through an artery, your blood's just...
It has stopped bleeding, it's just dry. Am I fat?
No way.
I look fat.
You don't look fat. I promise you don't look fat.
I like that colour.
Are you okay? I'm probably still... Oh, hello.
I've been eating as well, by the way.
What?
I was eating some food.
The biscuits?
Yeah.
I gave him a massive bowl of it. Did he eat the full thing?
Yeah.
He's
No,
eaten...
not the full thing, no.
Fuck, I was going to say, I gave him like a mountain full of biscuits.
Yeah, it actually does look the same colour as plaster.
Yeah, it's pretty nice. It doesn't really look at it on camera. Doesn't it look more grey on camera than it does in real life?
Yeah.
Yeah. It isn't, it's more like a warm beige. What is it with iPhone cameras not picking the paint colour up properly? I'm doing like a pantry transfer.
It wasn't even bleeding.
Oh my god, there's blood everywhere. I take it back. That's a fucking big cut. Right, we need to go to A&E.
No, can you go get the towel from outside?
Oh no, it's on your favourite joggers. I'm going to carry on painting tomorrow because that has been a little bit stressful. I'm just going to clean, tidy it all away so then one, the cats can't get in it and two, it doesn't dry out. Hi guys, it's the next morning. We're gonna carry on painting the pantry cupboard. Hopefully we can finish the entire thing today and hopefully nobody has any more casualties. And today is a lot more smooth sailing than yesterday because yesterday was like the Monday from hell. First of all, we woke up at 6:30 in the morning, came downstairs to brush our teeth. Shit was all over the floor. The shelf had fallen off. All the glass containers had fell on the floor, smashed. And then Kieran, because he's a plumber, he was at work and he had a massive leak all day. So that put him in a bad mood, and then he got home, was emptying the dishwasher, sliced his hand open on a knife, and it actually went really deep. He had to go get a bandage and stuff. It was crazy. So hopefully today is a lot more smooth sailing. This is how much we ended up getting done. I love the colour. I know a lot of people were saying it's too dark. I honestly don't mind it. I feel like not everything has to be, there is a light in here by the way, not everything in here has to be super light and aesthetic. The whole of the house is white. Let me just have this cupboard to add a little bit of atmosphere and moodiness into the house because I feel like we can't have everything white or everything really plain. It's in a pantry anyway, you're not really going to see it, there's going to be shelves. I like this colour as well, it's not going to get dirty. It's really nice. I don't think we need a second coat. I'm just going to sand down a few areas where it's a little bit bumpy after I've painted everywhere. And yeah, then we need to start on this wall. I think going forward as well, I'm going to prioritise filming and posting on YouTube because at the minute, it's actually making me way more money than TikTok is. I only got monetized on YouTube just over a month ago. Up until then, for the entire renovation, I've been making YouTube videos completely unpaid. But now I'm monetized. I hit the view threshold and yeah, I hit the view threshold. So I'm finally monetized, which means that I can run ads at the beginning or through my video. And it's making me, I'm not going to say it's making me a lot of money. Like last month I made £100. Might not seem like a lot, but that was from one video. So if one 20-minute video can make £100, I say that's a win. And at the end of the day, every penny that I do make is just going to go towards finishing the house off quicker than I would be able to without content creation. Obviously I do have the savings, I have a job which is making me steady income. Now I'm picking up things on social media like paid ads. I'm making revenue through views and stuff where I'm monetizing my content, which is amazing. I'm hoping that within the next year the house will be completely finished. I mean, we're definitely not going to reach that stage by the end of this year. We shall just see. Anyway, I'm going to shut up and we're going to carry on painting. Covered it all up in plastic yesterday so then it wouldn't dry out. Let's go! This beat is sick. I want to take a ride on my disco stick. Whoa. Do you know what, I'm kind of gutted because I think I prefer the colour of it before it's dried. Like, it does dry down very dark. Not very dark, but a lot darker. I wish maybe I'd tested a few more paints and found a paint that was that colour when it dried, because that would be perfect, but whatever. It is what it is. How did you know? Whoa. I'm going to answer a few questions that I've seen people commenting quite a lot on my other content. One of the most asked questions at the minute is, why did you move in if the house isn't completely finished? And there's a few different answers for this. So basically, we go to Norway next week, and the problem with this is, it's me, my mum and my dad going to Norway, and nobody would be there to look after the cats, whereas because now we've moved them into the new house, my boyfriend is going to be here all the time to look after them. So that just made it a lot more practical. Also, we're coming up to Christmas, and I just feel like I wanted to get the cat in and settled before Christmas, and if I didn't do it before we went to Norway, I probably wouldn't do it until next year, I'm not gonna lie. Another reason is because in February, because it's nearly been a full year, I know how crazy is that, it's been nearly a full year since I got the keys. It's been over a year ago since I went to the very first viewing of this house. I remember vividly when me and my partner first came to view the house, we walked in and we were like, oh my god, like I think this is the one. It was just, we'd already been viewing quite a few others, and none of them were as big as this one, even though this one's an ex-council house, which you would think ex-council might be smaller. I don't know, I was under the impression that like council housing was smaller than private housing, but guys, this is one of the biggest houses in my price range that I won't be in, so I just thought, fuck it, I'm gonna buy it. Put an offer in. I didn't go over asking price, I put an offer in exactly on asking price, and it got accepted, which was brilliant. What was the question? Oh yeah, because I've had the house nearly a full year. In February, that would mean that the council tax that I pay would double. I'd have to pay double council tax each month. It's a really silly, stupid rule, but it's because the government doesn't want empty housing, essentially, that could be being used to house people. Even though I bought it and it's my house, they still get the same how much council tax I pay if I'm not moved in, which kind of sucks. Even though for the majority of the year the house hasn't been livable, I never got a deduction from my council tax. I did apply for it, but yeah, it never got granted, so I've been paying full council tax every month since I've been renovating. It's kind of difficult paying bills on a house that you're not even living in, because even though we haven't had the gas and electric on or working, we still have to pay the standing charge, even if you're not using it. So it was like each month I was still paying money for electric, I was paying the council tax, I was paying the mortgage, which is a massive £750 a month. So I just feel like it wasn't making sense anymore. The house is kind of at a stage where we can move in. I just thought, oh, why not? It was a little bit impulsive, but I just knew in my head that if I didn't do it then when I wanted to, I would never do it. Because I've had quite a difficult past few months. Whoever has plastered in this cupboard has done it so shit. I can't even explain to you, like, what in the world? I'm sure we asked him to do it properly. I feel really bad for Kieran. Basically, when we moved out, his mum and dad were like, we've ordered a skip and they've taken his bed apart, they've cut his bed up. But like, what if, like, we've only been living here for just over a week. What if he ended up not liking it and didn't want to live with me? Where he'd be homeless now. Where would he go? I feel so bad for him. And then, like, obviously my mum and dad are just like, yeah, come collect your stuff whenever, there's no rush, you're welcome back whenever. His mum and dad keep asking him, they probably just want to use the space for something, but they keep asking him to come and collect all of his stuff. But the thing is, we're in the middle of a renovation, so we don't have room for all of his shit right now. We have got like 2 functional rooms. I'm keeping half of my stuff at my mum's house at the minute because it's just not going to fit around here. So then my boyfriend's mum and dad are saying, like, he needs to come and collect everything and bring it round. It's stressful because there's not, like, as you can see over there, everything's just kind of all over the kitchen floor. There's no room for my stuff. There's no room for Kieran's stuff. I don't know where we're gonna put it. I feel like we just needed like a few more months. Also, it's the fact that like I don't like to bring it up all the time, but it isn't my boyfriend's house, it's my house. What if I decide to sell this house? Like, I could move back in with my mum and dad, but where is my boyfriend gonna go now? So that's like another stress, because now I kind of feel responsible for his living situation, knowing that if I decide to sell the house, or I decide that I don't want to live here, or I don't know, I want to rent it out or go travelling, like where the flip is my boyfriend gonna live? Because he doesn't have a home to go back to. I don't know, it's giving me unnecessary stress. I'm not gonna lie, guys. I would love to hear all of your thoughts and opinions on this. Obviously, no hate to anyone, I'm just speaking about how I'm feeling. At the end of the day, we're only 22, and a lot of 22-year-olds haven't moved out yet, so I feel like we are doing quite well for our age, and it was really difficult for us to get to this position, but we're getting there. I'm just hoping that it all works out. But yeah, like I said, I don't know if I ever do decide to rent the place out or get rid of it, my boyfriend's gonna be homeless. Okay, we've done that wall, we've done that wall, we've done that wall and up there. All I've got to do now is like the top sections. I'm gonna go grab some ladders from outside and we can start doing that. I don't know if my face is covered in paint, but I had a little bit of an allergic reaction last night. I think there's some to the same face cream. It's just making my skin really dry and flaky, and it's giving me eczema. I've been outside in the rain though. Whoops. Hope I didn't take a chunk of the wall out. Okay, let's get to painting. I like to do this. All done. The cupboard, from what we can see from looking at it this way, is all done and painted. I'm gonna let it dry, give a few bits of sand down, and then we're gonna start working on filling this back wall in and then painting that. So far, shit, I've just stood. We gotta get that up. This floor has been through it this week, like genuinely. At least we know it's hard wearing so far. So far so good, right? Yeah, so far so good. We're gonna let it dry. I might watch a few tutorials on how to put floating shelves up on the wall. I've got all of the tools I need. I've got screws and plugs. I'm just not sure how to do it. First things first, we need to open the shelf. I got this from a company called, I think it was Pipe Dream. I think it's just a reclaimed kind of scaffold. Ooh. I'm not sure if that's the shade that I wanted. Pretty sure actually it's not. Uh-oh. I thought it was going to be darker than this. I'm sure I ordered dark oak. Love the shelf, love the thickness of it. It's gonna go here. I just don't love the colour. I don't love the colour of it. It's a lot more yellow than I thought it was gonna be. I'm gonna get changed out of these crazy pants and then go to the range. Oh, look at my guy. Hey. Oh, he's just adorable. Oh, how annoying is that? I was in the range picking out all of like varnish and wood filler and stuff so that we could get it all done today. I got like sanding blocks and everything. I get to the till, the woman is like, we can't take contactless. I'm like puzzled why. She was like, you should have been told on the way in that our Wi-Fi is down, so we can't take contactless. Nobody told me on the way in, so I just spent like an hour shopping and I can't even frigging buy it. Oh. Guys, I'm giving in and I'm gonna do something potentially crazy that could either make or break or ruin the shelf. Every shop I've been to doesn't have wood stain, apart from one. The range had the wood stain and the wood oil that I wanted. Their Wi-Fi was down, I didn't have my card, they couldn't take contactless. It was a whole scenario, so I couldn't buy it. But like I said before, when I want to get something done, I just have to get it done. And it's literally giving me so much stress. We're gonna stain it with coffee. Okay, we're gonna stain it with coffee, and then I've ordered a varnish that's gonna come either later today or tomorrow, and then we can varnish the colour in. Is that gonna work? I don't know, but we're gonna try it. I did search it up. Apparently you can legitimately stain wood with coffee, so I feel, why not just give it a go? I don't need it to be that much darker, it's just a little bit on the yellow side, and I just want it a little bit more, I just want it a little bit darker. So we're gonna give it a go. Like I said, this is a crazy idea. I'm gonna make a massive coffee in one of these. I'm gonna brew some coffee, and then my kettle is just down here. We shall see if it works. I feel like even if it does go bad, coffee is washable, right? And at least coffee isn't gonna stain it if it's terrible. So I feel like this is a pretty foolproof situation. I can't ruin it, right? Famous last words. I've got the coffee in the jar. Honestly, what can go wrong? What can go wrong? I have faith. I'm gonna grab a paintbrush, preferably one that I haven't used. Let's give the coffee a mix. I honestly think this is gonna work, like genuinely. Okay. I'm just gonna let it sit quite heavily so then it can soak in, and then wipe it off after, making sure to go all down. It's actually decaf coffee, so I'm not even sure that it's real coffee, so it probably isn't gonna work. I don't know, I just wanted it darker, like more of a, I don't know, that might be okay actually, when it's dry. Let's shimmy it down. Let's go all down the sides as well. This is what it looks like. If this doesn't work, I'm thinking I'm going to do a little bit of a whitewash. Yay! I've just ordered with, did you know that if you order from Wix you can choose speedy delivery and they can deliver it on the same day within 3 hours. I've got, if the coffee method doesn't work, which I'm kind of thinking that it's not going to work, I've got this satin oak varnish quick dry, and it looks like it's going to leave it a bit of a darker colour, which is exactly what I wanted. I've got a paintbrush to put it on with, and also some polyfiller to eventually finish off the pantry room with. It's currently I think, what time is it? It's currently 1 PM. I'm hoping that we can get the majority done before 4 PM, so then I can start cooking because I'm getting pretty hungry already. I've got a towel, I'm just going to wipe it off and then we can start actually varnishing with the varnish. Weirdly don't hate it, but I don't know, it's a bit orange. let's open up the varnish, see what colour this is. However, somebody did say that I shouldn't have got varnish, I should have got stain. I unfortunately don't know the difference. So this is all that we've got. Ta-da! Ooh, okay. I have to read the instructions. Application, stir well before use. Oh, it's actually going to be actually. Okay, should we just put it on? I don't really know. I don't know how it's going to work. Oh no, it still just looks really orange. I don't like the shade of it. Maybe we'll see like a few coats. Literally hate this idea that I had that I've seen online. If the wood is too orange, you can get white paint and do like a white and water wash coat on it, wipe it off quickly, but it should just tone down the orangeness. I'm gonna give the wood a quick wipe. I'm gonna clean this out. Okay, perfect. So let's just do a very thin coat of white. Apparently, I don't know if it's gonna work though. Then you apparently take the towel and wipe away the excess, but it's just gonna wipe the whole thing off. Oh, it's not working. You're supposed to wipe it and then it leaves like a white kind of texture. Maybe I just work it in rather than. Okay, so after all my crazy DIY attempts, I think we're just gonna stick with it how it is now. This is how it started. This was it after the coffee. This was it after the varnish. This was it after I did the whitewash. And I think we're not gonna touch it. I fear that we're gonna ruin it even more if I do touch it, and I don't hate it. I'm gonna clear off this area ready to put the shelf up. What was it? I think here, I'm just trying to think like, is that too close to the top? But I think it should be fine. This is one of the brackets that I've got that attaches to the wall, and then the long thing goes in the actual shelf. So what I'm going to have to do is drill a hole in there, put one of these plugs in. Oh wait, what? Don't drill a hole in there. Absolutely don't do that. I'm gonna not drill a hole there, we're gonna drill a hole there and there, put the plugs in. That will fasten nicely like that. Then we're gonna have to measure from there to there, and wherever that is on here, we'll have to drill a hole so that this can stick in. Sounds pretty easy, right? But the shelf is really heavy, so I already know that I'm gonna really struggle to do this. Guys, you're gonna have to ignore the you're gonna have to ignore the mess because we've just had to, but we're putting the shelf up now. Oh, you're going straight in for it.
Yeah.
to next door.
You won't go through to next door. And do you know depth for a brick? Plus plasterboard. That'll never reach next door.
Next we've got these screws and we're gonna... It's not even funny, my tripod is broke. We've put 4 in, we were going to do 6, but I don't think we'll need the one in the middle. Ideally we would want one at the end, but as you can see, oh you can't, as you can see there's a plug socket there, so we think wires could potentially run up there, so we're going to hope that we don't need one right at the end. What I'm going to do now is grab a tape measure and measure from the wall to each of the brackets, and then on the shelf we can mark that out and drill holes so that it can slot right in.